And what I want to do is I want to talk about a mentor of mine. It's Martin Luther King Day, and it's just appropriate because I've been thinking about him all day. But my best friend Keith Kirksey, who was the best friend at my wedding, we grew up together. And when I grew up, I was fortunate that I lived in an environment, in an area I never even thought about race or color or anything. I just didn't. Everybody was the same to me. And my best friend Keith's father was a mentor to me. And he was in the Air Force, retired from the Air Force, worked as a civilian in the Air Force on one of the military bases there where I grew up in Sacramento. But when he was diagnosed with cancer, and I was now in the military, we would talk a lot about our stories of travel all the time. And I really believe that's one of the things that kept him going. It's one of the things that keeps a lot of us going. I talk to a lot of people when they call me and talk to me about being diagnosed with a certain situation and want to ask me, and we start sharing stories with each other. And he and I would share stories, different stories about travel. He would tell me about Thailand or experiences Vietnam or whatever, and I tell him my stories about Desert Shield, Desert Storm in Iraq and different things, and we share them back and forth. And he just kept going and going and going and going, and he was just an amazing person, amazing individual, and he changed my life because he was a mentor that when I really didn't know what to do, because the dream of playing college basketball and all these other things that I had were kind of gone when I didn't finish high school on time. They kind of went out the window. And so he was the one that really talked to me about going in the military and going in the Air Force. And so he's the one that got me the guts to go down to get into the Air Force. And then when I couldn't even get in, and I ended up having to sleep on the doorstep on Madison Avenue. So anyway, I'm going to walk into this, you know what? Everywhere I go, I live in Europe, I can walk into any place and people are everywhere are just so friendly. And so what I'll do in these vlogs that I do, I'm gonna go ahead and just connect in different places. So I'll do the vlog wherever. I may do the vlog on the train, or I'll do it somewhere in a different restaurant or wherever I'm at. I'll just do them in different locations. So one of my favorite places to go, or one of my favorite things to do, because again, it kind of reminds me of being 19 years old when I was a teenager, was going into Turkish restaurants and going and seeing and meeting Turkish people, because they are just so nice, so friendly, and it's been that way my whole life. And so I'll walk into somewhere right now. This is a restaurant here. Okay. Hello. Merhaba baby. Nasılsın? And this place right here is the best Turkish food anywhere in Stuttgart. There's many other places, but not as good as this place. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I'm gonna get something to eat. I've got my little spot over there that I sit down, that I work on my book, I work on my blog, whatever else I got going on, I do that. So again, what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and do these vlogs every week, and I'll just kick them up. We'll do them and send them out there. So if you like it, again, please subscribe on the bottom onto YouTube. I would appreciate that.